Hello, in this brief video we will discuss consumer rights and responsibilities and how to go about discussing this topic with consumers.
We know that every healthcare professional has their own unique style of approaching this topic with consumers, but it is important to make sure that a certain standard is being upheld across our clinics. The following scenes will offer you an example of how to discuss the topic of rights and responsibilities with consumers. It is easy to brush over rights and responsibilities given that there is often very little time to really go into depth about each of the 8 charter rights as shown in the Know Your Rights pamphlet provided by the Health and Community Services Complaints Commissioner.
Using the Know Your Rights pamphlet to guide your approach is a useful and effective strategy to briefly touch on each of the rights outlined. To do this, simply show the pamphlet to the consumer and read through each of the rights. As you move through each of the rights, it is important to prompt for further questions to make sure they understand.
Using examples to explain what these rights mean in a correctional context helps consumers engage. For example, the term limited confidentiality can be better understood by offering a simple example by stating to the consumer, "If you revealed that you intended to harm another consumer, I would have to inform correctional services as another consumer may be at risk."
Using simple examples to explain what exactly is meant by the right to actively participate and be fully involved encourages consumers to actively plan for their own healthcare. By applying examples of what this means in practice gives consumers a clear understanding of what is expected in the partnership between clinician and consumer. For example, you have the right to actively participate, and this comes with the responsibility to be at appointments on time or inform the health service if you are unable to attend or going to be late to your appointment.
Another example may be offered to help the consumer understand their right to be treated with courtesy, dignity, and respect. On this note, it is important to explain that the same courtesy, dignity and respect must be reciprocated. This means that acts of violence, swearing, threats or verbal abuse towards other consumers or staff is unacceptable. Moreover, you as a consumer have the right to receive services that respect your culture, beliefs, values and personal characteristics. For example, our health service supports and respects the right for Aboriginal people to receive appropriate cultural healing.
Engaging consumers on their rights and responsibilities is challenging, but if given in a simple role-playing example, consumers will understand the context and why this is important. This concludes our brief presentation on consumer rights and responsibilities.